Hello, and welcome to our weekly podcast, Getting into Medicine. Today, we will be discussing about crossbreeding animals with humans. You may be wondering what is that? Well, with this, we refer to the mixing of animal and human DNA. Actually, a very interesting topic, don't you think, Gabby? Due to the recent controversy that has emerged in North America.
Yeah, I agree. Lately, it has been rumored that the United States has approved crossbreeding humans and animals. Part of the population protested because they disagree with this decision. It is a fact that the US government has not approved this. However, the National Institute of Health proposed a new policy that would allow researchers to receive federal money to make the embryos, that are known as chimeras. Of course, under certain monitored conditions. Interesting, huh? But as this topic is really delicate, we have Juan Pablo Cabrera here with us, who is the head of the NIH and main researcher of this experiment. Please welcome Juan Pablo.
Hello, Dayana and Gabby. It is really nice to be here with you today.
Hello, Juan Pablo. Be welcome. So please introduce us to the main concepts. Could you please give us a more clear definition of what chimeras are? We understand that they are the embryos, but why are they especially known as chimeras? Do they have a specific characteristic or something?
Yeah, in genetics, chimeras are single organisms composed of cells from different zygotes, or, in other words, the combination of genetic material from different species into a single embryo. Chimeras are created by injecting human stem cells into an animal embryo, and these embryos are then implanted to a pig or a sheep, which are the main animals being used for this.
Wow, so I guess we could describe this as a single organism with two sets of DNA, right?
Yeah, that is a simpler way to describe it. But I believe what really is important is the fact that chimeras will be used in a good way to study a disease and may eventually be used to generate human organs. This is fascinating because researchers might be able to study diverse human diseases in a better way and also to treat these diseases by finding drugs that can cure them.
I know, isn't it amazing? And as we know, it would be also possible to create animals that have human organs, which could be transplanted into patients. So there would be unlimited supply of replacement organs, which could change all the process of organ transplantation, starting from the fact that it takes too much time to get the donors.
All of this sounds immensely interesting, and medicine would of course revolutionize. But we should be aware of the consequences or issues this could have, I'm guessing. Can you please explain at least one issue this process could have?
Of course, one of the issues will be that scientists could accidentally create animals with partly human brains, giving them similar thinking abilities as humans. Of course, as very process of creation of the embryos will be monitored, this is not likely to happen.
But we know that scientists have argued that they could carry out steps to prevent these kinds of issues, so the embryos could be used as only means of research in a proper way. But as we said, all of this could create some ethical concerns.
But you know what, Gabby? A solution has been created for its concerns. A steering committee was added to this huge project. This committee would oversee funding requests for the next Chimera projects. They would, for example, consider experiments designed to create animals with human brain cells or human brain tissue. Scientists might want to create these experiments to study neurological conditions such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases. But the important thing here is that the experiments will be strictly analyzed if there are any modification to an animal brain.
Yes, and with these ethical concerns, the NIH's new policy imposes several restrictions. We have some other examples about these restraints. The policy states the prohibition of the introduction of certain types of human cells into embryos of non-human primates, such as monkeys and chimps.
Even though this committee exists, the critics are still out there. It has been said that it is finally happening what science fiction writers state. For example, in The Island of Dr. Moreau, Brave New World, and Frankenstein, also people say that now the speculations are becoming real. And if science is possible in so many different ways, then scientists can continue with their labor.
Wow, who would have thought that? It's really impressive how controversial this topic can be, because it is hard to decide in which side you want to be. Sometimes you would say you want to help people and then you just say, go ahead and start creating new organs. But there would also be the time you would analyze it twice and realize what consequences this project could have if it gets out of control. That is why the restrictions were created. Now, people who are worried about this getting on control can be relaxed due to the existence of this committee and its specific restrictions.
That's right, Diana. One more time, medicine and its continuous advances are impressing us. But as humans, the only thing we can do is to stay as steady as the knowledge lets us. Well, this has been all for today. Do not miss our next program because our next topic will be artificial life. We promise it will be as interesting as this one. Have a great day and remember, always get into medicine.